1, 2, 3, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so.
I'm sitting here with the founders of Athletics for Kids, organization that works to help communities grow through the medium of sports. Introduce you to the founders here. From left to right, Dane Oliver, Pete Joseph, Craig Metler, and Tyler Thomas. Welcome, gentlemen. We just have a couple of simple questions for you to start out with. The first thing, of course, is how did the idea for Athletics for Kids come about in the first place?
Well, I think that Athletics for Kids came out of a desire to compete and get better. High school sports, AAU sports, coaches are finding themselves without the protection of insurance, without the protection of the appropriate resources that are needed to run summer camps, provide resources for their kids, and the burden's fallen on any one of us who coach. So really the idea came from all of us just sitting down talking and trying to figure out a way to provide resources for coaches and schools, and then provide avenues for kids so they didn't have to fundraise to play sports.
Dane, how did the name Athletics for Kids come up? We call it A4K, but where'd the name come from?
It's kind of an interesting story. We went out to a coaching conventions like many coaches do, and went out to Seattle, and in the car drive out there, we kind of started brainstorming ideas, and so a common theme started coming up that was amongst them. It was students, educators, schools, and communities. And so we brainstormed ideas. How can we help all four? And that's something we all were at one time, was students. Now we're educators, and we work within these schools. Well, how can we make the whole community involved? So that's kind of how that name, Athletics for Kids, was born.
Tyler, I was wondering if you could take me through sort of the mechanics and help people to understand the process, either as a coach or as an athlete or as a community member. But what is this idea of an affiliate, and how does someone join a local nonprofit?
Affiliate's the name given to any coach, parent, or mentor that is working with kids and involved in athletics that wants to join the nonprofit. So affiliate's just the name that we give to those people, but it really could be anybody that's working with a group of kids. And if they're interested in joining, they have to somehow contact the local organization within their community or one that is close by, and then once that happens, they have access to all the different resources and services that the nonprofit will provide.
So, Craig, can anyone access the various services provided by A4K, the camps and the fundraisers?
Absolutely. Anyone who joins has access to all of our services. Whatever applies to you and your organization, you can use. So
you guys all seem pretty excited about this program. So what got you hooked into it? Why are you excited about it?
Go for it.
And for me as a coach, why did I get into this? I like to coach. Okay, and unfortunately, in this day and age, there's so much more that falls on your plate than just coaching. You have to run a summer program if you want to compete in this day and age. You have to fundraise. And so for me, it was those two things. How can I just coach, and then what organization can do this for me with a little work on my end, but it takes a lot of the burden off of me as a head coach, where I can rely on this A4K to do the things that I may not particularly be good at.
Seeing a lot of kids that come from an unfortunate or less fortunate background, not being able to provide for themselves, or their parents not being able to provide for them to play a sport or get into music or just any extracurricular activity, seeing that and knowing that we can help really made me want to dive into this company and try to help people.
So finally, where do you guys see Athletics for Kids in 1 year, 5 years? Where do you see it down the road developing?
It's probably unrealistic, but I'd like to see, I think all of us would, an Athletics for Kids in every major local community across the United States. Maybe fundraising, if it's insurance needs, if it's, if you need accounting, all of those things are provided, and many more. Then the kids benefit, because a coach can focus on coaching and don't have to worry about all the things outside that.
We thank you for your time today and continued success with Athletics for Kids.
All right.